Jai Gurdev. Hello everyone. So today we'll see a full revision of motion lesson, right? So we'll start with the definition of motion. What is motion? Movement of an object from one point to another point is called as motion, right? Motion is the movement of an object. Movement of an object from one point to the another point. Okay, so here we have two different things: distance and displacement. What is the difference? Distance, displacement. Okay, distance is the path covered by the object. For example, if this is point A and this is point B, so you can go to these points in different ways, right? So this path you cover to reach that another point is called as distance. Is called as path covered by the object to reach a particular point. Now displacement is the shortest distance between the 2 points. Shortest distance. What is shortest distance? A straight line joining the 2 points is called as the shortest distance between any 2 points, right? So here from A to B, the straight line that joining the AB is called as displacement. So displacement will be always the shortest route to move to any points, and it will always be a straight line, right? And this is a scalar quantity and this is a vector quantity. What is scalar? It does not have a direction, it has only magnitude. Vector quantity has both direction and magnitude, because in A and B I can mention, if it is a straight line I can mention a direction. If it is like this, I cannot mention a particular direction, right? Because at different points the directions are changing. Fine. So this is one thing. And units for both distance and displacement, SI units is meters, right? Next thing is speed and velocity. What is speed? What is velocity? So speed is the rate at which a particular distance is covered. Distance by time. Distance by time. Velocity is displacement by time. S is displacement is represented by the letter, small letter s. So this s by t, velocity, displacement by time. That is the shortest distance covered, the time taken for that particular 2 points to cover the shortest distance. Here that time taken for covering that path. So same A and B. So if a person is moving in this way and another person is moving this way, right? So here we have to take the total distance here divided by the total time taken. Let's say this is 10 minutes. We have to take it in seconds, because SI unit of time is seconds. So let's say this is 600 seconds. Similarly, here this displacement, let's say it will be a lesser distance, that is the shortest distance covered, and the time will also be lesser, let's say 8 minutes, right? Let's say 8 minutes. So that time you have to take. Fine. So that is called as velocity. Now similarly, just similar to distance and displacement, speed and velocity are also have the same points. The speed is also scalar, velocity is also vector, just like displacement. Fine. Because speed comes from distance, which is a scalar quantity, and this velocity comes from displacement, which is a vector quantity, right? And coming to the SI units, the SI units is meter per second. Here too the SI unit is meter per second. So just like distance and displacement, the speed and velocity also have the same units, SI units, right? So next we will see average velocity. Average velocity will be the sum of the initial velocity and final velocity by 2. Average velocity, V average, equal to sum of initial, U is denoted initial velocity, that is the velocity at which an object starts from a particular point, and V is the final velocity, that is the velocity at which the object is at the final position, A and B, same A and B. So an object goes from here to there. So at this point, what is the velocity? And at this point, what is the velocity? So that starting point, the particular corresponding velocity will be u, and at the final point, the corresponding velocity will be v. So initial velocity, final velocity, sum of initial velocity and final velocity by 2 will give us the average velocity. Fine. So these are the basic definitions of distance, displacement, speed, velocity, and average velocity. So you have to know all these points, their difference, and also their SI units and their formulas for solving problems. Next, acceleration. Acceleration. What is acceleration? Acceleration is the change in velocity with respect to time. V minus u by t. What is the final velocity? U is initial velocity. T is the time taken in seconds. So acceleration is rate of change of velocity. What is mean by rate of? Rate of in the sense with respect to time. So whenever we say anything that in rate of change of momentum, that is change in momentum with respect to time. Rate of change of velocity, change in velocity with respect to time. Right, this rate of covering the distance by time. So the word rate of means change in a particular quantity with respect to time is called as rate of change of that particular quantity. So here we have acceleration. So acceleration is the rate of change of velocity by, so numerically we will write acceleration A equal to v minus u by t, and its units we have velocity units as meter per second, and denominator we have time again another second, so the unit is meter per second square. This is the SI units of the acceleration, right? That's it. Next we have uniform and non-uniform motion. What is uniform and non-uniform motion? When an object covers equal distance in equal intervals of time, equal distance in equal intervals. Here it covers unequal distance in same equal intervals, right? So let's say common interval. So I'll explain by an example. Let's take common intervals: 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25 minutes as the time interval t. Let's take distance. There are two objects moving at different distance. Fine. So one is moving at 5 minutes. It has moved, let's say, 100 meters. In 10 minutes, it has moved 200 meters. In 15 minutes, 300 meters. And in 20 minutes, 400 meters. And in 25 minutes, 500 meters. This is at every 5 minutes, the object has moved 100 meters. Right? For every 5 minutes, the object have moved 100 meters equally in all the intervals. Let's say another vehicle traveling which is moving something randomly, like this. So here also we take the same intervals, but at the same intervals the distance covered is not equal. So when an object covers equal distance in equal intervals of time, we call that type of motion as uniform motion, right? So if it does not do that, it is called as a non-uniform motion, right? Sorry. That's it. Now we have seen the basic concepts of this lesson. Now we'll see how to represent all these topics in graphs. Okay, graphical representation. Graphical representation. Let's start with, we have different types of graphs, mainly two, distance time graph and speed time graph. So this distance can be alternated with, can be exchanged with displacement, either distance time graph or displacement time graph. Similarly, speed time graph or velocity time graph. So initially we'll start with distance time graph. S is displacement, T is time. So this is distance time graph. So how do we take it? Always we take x-axis time, y-axis distance. In velocity time, we'll take the velocity in the y-axis and the same time in the x-axis. So here we can represent different kinds of motion, uniform motion, non-uniform motion, object at rest, like that we can represent different forms. We'll see how to represent them. So let's say this is T, this is S. So at equal intervals of time, if equal distance is covered, we'll have something like this, right? The last one which I said, in every 5 minutes it is covering 100 meters, 100, 200, 300, 5, 10, 15 like this, and here 100, 200, 300. So every 5 minutes it is covering 10 minutes, and if I mark all those points and join them, I will get a straight line like this, right? So this will be the representation of uniform motion. This is a representation of uniform motion. If it is a non-uniform motion, it will be random like this. Non-uniform motion, same distance, this time. This is non-uniform. Non-uniform motion will be random. And lastly, an object at rest. So if an object is at rest with respect to time at 5 minutes, 10 minutes and 15 minutes, however minutes you take, the object will be at, let's say it is at 250 meters away. So at that point it will be there forever. This is called as object at rest. Distance time, because with respect to time the distance does not change or the position does not change. The position is of the object is constant. So we say that the object is at rest, right? So these are the different types of graphical representation of the distance time graphs. So we have represented uniform, non-uniform and object at rest using distance time graph. Now what we can do is that from this distance time graph we can find velocity. So slope of the distance time graph will give us the velocity, right? What is slope? y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1 is called as slope, right? Yeah, here that can be equated to velocity, that is distance d2 minus d1, or s I have represented as s, s2 minus s1 by time t2 minus t1. S unit is meter, time unit is seconds. So distance by time will give me velocity. We know that from here itself, distance by time, s by t equal to velocity. So s2 minus s1 by t2 minus t1, that is if I take a particular slope here. So this point will be s2, this point will be s1. Similarly, this point will be t1, t2, right? Here it will be